Struggle with bad lighting? I'll show you exactly how I fixed it. Fast. Here's what it looks like when it works. Alright, so all you have to do is once you have your Unreal Engine set up like this, you have to go to your Place Actors tab right here, click on Lights, and then throw in the Directional Light and throw in the Skylight. Now, these two things do very separate things. Directional Light will just throw light on the map everywhere in the map at a specific angle that you can adjust. And like this, right? So you can also make day and night cycles if you want to. Now I can make a YouTube video over that. I probably will, but for now you could do that. And then also we have the skylight, which kind of works as to make light in darker areas, so like shadows, and make sure that everything has like a basic light level. So once you have your directional light, you can set it to movable, and the skylight you can also set that to movable. Now see what happens when I delete the skylight. The areas where there's shadow will actually become darker. So if I bring it back, they'll become lighter. Now, what we can do in this kind of situation here, we want everything to be a little bit more happy. So we want to increase the intensity of the skylight to, let's say, 4, so that the shadows are much less dark. And then we want to increase the intensity of the directional lights to about 12. So you can also change the light color if you want. Maybe make it a little bit more green or yellow, or you can do all kinds of things with that. We're not going to change that much. And what we can also do is we can go to advanced and then lessen or higher the shadow amount and the specular scale. Now in this case I do kind of want to turn off cast dynamic shadows. Now if we do this, then we can see no shadows from the foliage. So we need this to be on. And then with cast static shadows, that will only work if this light is actually static light. So we can actually turn that off. Now you can turn off volumetric shadow, and this will make the game run a little bit better. That's especially good if you have a very long, very large map. Alright, what we can also do is we can turn on the light shaft occlusion and the light shaft bloom. What this does is when you look up at the sun, where it is located, you will see these light shafts, which is pretty nice. So you can actually turn these on and make them a little bit heavier with these two sliders, and then the bloom scale you can make that bigger too. So if you're looking at the sun, it's very bright, and you can kind of adjust it here too. Now of course we cannot see the sun because we don't have a skybox, so that would be the other thing. You kind of want to throw in a skybox, which will make everything look a bit better. So I have the Good Sky skybox, which works perfect, and then in the Good Sky skybox I can actually link the light that I have to the Good Sky skybox, which will place the sun in the actual area. Now the light shafts are way too crazy here, so let's turn those down a little bit more here, so we can actually turn this down quite a lot in the bloom scale, like this, so you can actually look at the sun without being completely blinded. And then if you're walking under here, you see these nice light shafts, which is pretty cool. So yeah, once you've set all this up, everything is movable. So these lights don't have to be generated. And as you can see, when we simulate it, it's a lot more pleasant to look at than it used to be. And this will create a pretty light environment. Alright, and some more tips and tricks here, because obviously I have a sky atmosphere set up as well, and I also have a volumetric or exponential height fog set up. So let's delete these, and let's actually add these in to get the right setups. So if you delete the exponential height fog can already see that everything is a lot less, a lot more clear and a lot less detailed in a way. So what we want to do is we want to look for exponential height fog and throw it in right there, and click on the component, and then in here you can change a lot of variables to make sure that it actually looks good. So go to the fog and scattering color, and you can change this all the way up, and I like to always make it a little bit yellowish. This does add a little bit more of a mystique kind of sense in the distance. And then the difference between the second fog data is because the fog density is of close fog, and the exponential height fog component fog density is from fog in the distance. So let's say we put this down all the way to 0, and then this to, for example, 1. You can see that everything now becomes foggy. But if we put it to 0.1, it's more foggy in the distance, and then when we put this to 1, it will create a very foggy front as well. So it just adds an extra layer of fog, essentially. So what I like to do is I like to keep this one to 0.2, and then the normal fog density to 0.4, and then make it a little bit more yellowish. There we go. And then in terms of lighting, this basically does fix it for the most, in my opinion. You can make it volumetric, which does give it a little bit more of a, well, yeah, volume to it. Makes sense. However, the downside of this is that it kind of obscures the skybox, and it is a lot more difficult for your engine to run it. So I just keep this off, generally speaking. And then the view distance is how far does the fog show up. And we also have the atmosphere, the sky atmosphere. You can throw this one in as well. And this just generates a overlapping skybox behind the good sky. In this case, it doesn't add up much to it. It just adds kind of like a covered fog layer, and it does add a little bit more depth to the landscape. You don't really have to change much from this. You can change the atmosphere height based on how high your level is set up, but it doesn't really add, it doesn't really have that much implications in terms of lighting. So yeah, in that case, I think we got everything covered to set up some good lighting, because the skybox does for sure, or the exponential height fog does for sure change the lighting of the scene a lot. And because if we look at it now, you can see it's a lot more, well, a lot more mysterious in a sense. I actually think that the fog is a little bit on the dense side, so we can make it a lot less denser, like that. And then it's still, you know, if you're far away, let's say you're standing here with your character, you still see a little bit of fog. You can even maybe change this to 2, and then, but then once you get closer to stuff, you don't see the fog all the time. You can see everything clearly, and that's important too. So yeah. Now in this case, the skylight is a little bit crazy, so let's turn it down to 2. And then once we click on, oh, not play, once we click on simulate, we can actually see that the shadows are a little bit more profound, and this creates a little bit more of a realistic show. Alright, and there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please do subscribe down below. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I can't wait. And well, maybe we already have 1,000 subscribers by the time this video comes out. I actually don't know, but that'd be great. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.